Madridistas. Madridistas. That is how you respond. That is how you respond when you're a manager with your back literally against the wall. Your coaching career at Real Madrid was literally on the line, and you got it right. That is how you respond when you are a group of players that everyone is saying that you can't play together or you're not giving it all. That is how you respond when you are Real Madrid, okay? Now, look, I know we're all celebrating and we're very happy that we got the win against Athletic Club. We scored 3 points. We got a clean sheet. But this, for me, this is what I've been expecting all season. We've been playing at a very floor level, like almost at the basement. And this stepped the level up, right? But this should be the standard. We should be pursuing greater performances than what we saw against Athletic Club Bilbao. Now, like I said, we can celebrate. There's a little bit of bad news that came out of this match. We'll talk about that. But look, I'm really excited, okay? Because like I said in my match preview video, I said it with my full chest. Real Madrid, we're going to win this game. They had to. It was a must-win game. And we went out there and handled business. Now, for Athletic Club, this is not the Athletic Club that I'm used to seeing. Even last season, they were better. Now, I think it has something to do with them playing in the Champions League. Let's just jump right into it, man. We went into the San Mamés, dropped 3 goals, made Athletic Club look like they just didn't know what was going on, and we brought all the intensity. We got the lineup right. I know a lot of you guys are Arda Güler stands and wanted to see him play and get the start, and y'all were upset about that. But look, Xavi was expecting a fight. Hell, I was expecting a fight. I thought this match was going to be chaos. And with that midfield that he put out there with Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Jude, and Valverde, that's all muscle. That is preparing for a fight. And Athletic Club just did not bring it. So I'm very happy. Also, we got to talk about Courtois. Like, I know he's the best in the game right now, but there's a conversation to say that he's already top 5, maybe top 3 goalkeepers of all time right now. And he's not number 5 or number 3. I'll just put that out there. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Thibaut Courtois? Also, while you're here, like the video. If you're new, subscribe. Welcome to the channel. For you guys returning, thank you so much. Let's jump right into it, man. Look, usually trips to the San Mamés are just miserable. They're physical. They're loud. The San Mamés is just an intense place to play, man. Like, you can't deny that. And that's what I was expecting. Like I said in the video leading up to the match, we were limping into the San Mamés. Blood was in the water. And teams just weren't respecting us. And I felt like Athletic Club were going to play, even though their form hadn't been great, even though they were in 8th place. I felt like they were just going to step up and thought that they had a chance based on what they've seen from us lately, especially after that Girona match. But we walked in there and we controlled the entire match, scored 3 great goals, and barely broke a sweat, to be honest. Now, this is where context matters, okay? We needed a convincing win. Let's just be straight up about that. We needed a convincing win. Xavi Alonso needed a convincing win. We needed to score goals. We needed the team chemistry to step up. We needed a dominant performance. And we got all of that. I feel like we got all of that. But we also got an injury crisis expansion pack. I don't know what's going on with these players. I feel like all of them are just made from glass at this point, especially our defenders and our midfield. No idea what's going on. Just got an update. I just saw that Trent is going to be out for 2 months, guys. I feel sorry for him because he just hasn't had a chance to establish himself. He's been plagued with injuries since his arrival. I don't remember him being this injury-ridden with Liverpool, but maybe I wasn't paying attention. But my goodness, there's something at Real Madrid with our left backs and right backs, our defenders just getting injuries all the time. I have no idea what that's all about, but Trent's going to miss a lot of games. Trent had a wonderful game. This was like a showcase game for him. He came out. This was his coming out game. Like this, he showed why we signed him in this match. That right foot, when healthy, when on, prime Cruz, prime Pirlo passing over there. The switches that he made, The balls were on time. It's one thing to make the pass, but just putting it on time so the player receives it either in stride or in perfect positioning, that is skill. That is skill. And Trent showed why. Yes, he's a defensive liability. And quite honestly, guys, he's a midfielder. Let's just be honest. He's a midfielder. But Fetty was out there babysitting and shoring up the defense for that. So it is what it is. But he's out, guys. He's out. Let's jump right into this lineup, though. How about this lineup? Like, this is the first time in a while that I was able to kind of predict almost exactly what he got. Now, other than Arda Güler, he switched that out. He put Camavinga in there, Tchouaméni in the midfield for that muscle. Like I said, he was expecting a fight, and so was I. But I thought Dean was healthy. And I'm guessing not. But I also said Rudiger and Militao played wonderful in that Girona match. And we got to see that in this match as well. And they were great. But we had Courtois out there, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Carreras, Rudiger, Militao. And then the midfield, we had that double pivot of Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and then we had Fetty and Jude playing ahead of them. And then the attack, Vinicius and Mbappé. Now, I want to focus on these guys because I was saying that collectively, you know, Mbappé, is he making this team better or worse? Obviously, individually, he's been brilliant. He has 16 goals now, guys. If you look at the La Liga scoring leaders, like, he's lapping everyone. He is on a crash course to win the Ballon d'Or. He's playing magnificently. It's unbelievable what we're seeing from Kylian Mbappé right now. And the goals in this game from him are definitely going in his like classic highlight reels. That is obvious. But the talking point was him and Vinicius still kind of forcing to play together. Well, in this match, they looked natural. They were passing, they were interchanging from the left to center forward, and it worked out beautifully. And honestly, you know, I want to see more of that. It didn't really help Vinny that much. He had some chances on goal, but his finishing, guys, like, even when he first came into Real Madrid, I thought the guy was cross-eyed, man. He was missing so many chances, like he couldn't finish a bowl of cereal. And it still comes up with him. Vinny is a wonderful player. Wonderful. World class. But his negatives are his finishing and inconsistency. His inconsistency. It is what it is. I like the interplay that they were doing. They looked natural out there in this match. So that's a positive sign. On paper, man, like, this is our most physical 11. And I've been saying in a couple of videos, like, Xavi Alonso needs to stop tinkering with the 11. Find your established 11, and then just rotate players in per status of the players or who we're coming up against. If you need to move players around, like come Champions League and stuff like that, that's fine. But find your go-to 11. I feel like this is it. And we saw that in this match, man. Tchouaméni, Valverde, Camavinga, Jude, Rudiger, Militao, like, that is a wrecking crew right there. And we're just not getting bullied with that lineup. In games like this and must-win games, I feel like this was Xavi's best 11 to go in there. And I feel like moving forward, like, this is our best 11. Obviously, with the injuries to Camavinga and Trent, things are going to change. But today, you know, as of right now, and after seeing this match, I feel like that's our best 11. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. We clearly expected Athletic Club to come out and press high, win those second balls, just make life chaotic for us. And that did not happen. They played like their controller was disconnected, guys. I mean, I don't know what that was from Bilbao at all. But from our perspective, the double pivot was the security for us. The fullbacks, Carreras looked like he was walking on water out there with the ball. I love that he has the confidence to carry the ball instead of just blasting the ball out when he gets in trouble. Trent, you guys already know. You guys saw it. Magnificent. Jude and Fetty as those aggressive eights. Beautiful. Beautiful. Jude didn't get, like, you know, into the attack that much in this match. He was going all out on defense, and I love that. And he's just physical like that. And that won't be an every game thing, guys. But we needed that. I feel like that was really addressed to him, like, hey, we need you to be physical and be more defensive minded in this match. And it worked out great. And like I said, Vinny and Mbappe were switching those lanes. The idea was solid from Xavi in this match. It was very solid, and on the pitch, it worked beautifully. So those first 20 minutes, man, we were in full control. clean passes, vertical progression, calm under pressure. Those first 5 minutes, Mbappé forced a huge save. Simon is a great goalkeeper. He's a great goalkeeper, man. One of the top Spanish keepers, man. But if it wasn't for him, this would have turned into a basketball score, to be honest, guys. Like, Vinny forced another one. Trent and Carreras were getting ahead. You know, Athletic couldn't keep the ball. They just couldn't keep the ball. They couldn't press. They couldn't match our intensity. It was amazing to see, man. And this is what I want to see all the time. Like this, I shouldn't be this excited because this should be the standard for this club. This is what we expect with the talent that we have, with the manager that we have, and just who we are as a club. And then Mbappé decided to just go full superhero mode, guys. I mean, the first goal was this. It was just a superstar moment for him to let everyone know, like, I'm the best player in the world right now. Trent picks up the ball deep. I mean, deep. Looks up and says, all right, Kylian, go get it. Go eat, boy. And he sends a perfect diagonal ball over the top perfectly. And then the touch and control from Mbappé, man. Cuts inside past two bodies, leaves him for dead. He's almost slipping, gets that shot off, smashes a curling laser like a piss missile, guys. It was a literal piss missile into the top corner. And that finish, man, is this. That's why he is who he is, man. That's why we went and got him. For you guys saying that he should be sold or doesn't make the team better or he's not a good player, you guys are insane and don't know ball. Like, you're telling on yourselves when you talk crazy like that. I'm just gonna keep it honest. Like, you don't have a football mindset. You just follow the players that you like. Stop talking nonsense about Kylian Mbappé because you guys are looking foolish. All right? Especially you Barca haters, okay? Ballon d'Or material from that goal alone, okay? And he put Athletic Club to sleep after that one. It was over after that. The tone was set. You just knew what kind of day it was going to be. However, Courtois had to do some work. Even in a dominant performance, guys, there was some moments where Courtois had to save us, man. I'm just glad that we have him as an insurance policy to keep it on it. And then the second goal. Everything's going well with the team. Jude finds the pocket. Fetty does this beautiful dummy, freezing the defenders. The ball rolls to Trent. I'm thinking like, okay, low driven. Just put it in there. Somebody's going to get it, right? I'm looking to see who's running into the box. And to my surprise, everyone's running in the box. But Trent puts it up in the air, sends it to the back post. Mbappé goes up and gets the header on. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to see a second header from Kylian Mbappé? Like, I need to go play the lottery. Pinch me now because this is not real. But rises above the defender, and instead of forcing a shot, he sends it back towards the middle of goal. Camavinga makes a run. This is what I love to see. He comes from the second line, makes that run, and arrives late and delivers that header, man. And it was beautiful to see. It's Camavinga's second goal. 2 goals from him. Both have been headers, by the way. This was just not individual brilliance that we're used to talking about here, guys. This was a team goal. Team goal. I love this. This is structure. This is structure, guys. Collective movement, players involved, intelligent decision-making. This is what we expect. This is what we expect. And I know I sound excited because I am, but like, I'm trying to keep it even keel because this should be the standard, man. This should be the standard. But Xavi ball came to life today in this match. And I just feel like the sky's the limit, man. If we keep playing with this confidence, if we keep playing with just this aggression, if we score early and put teams on the back heels, like we can own and do a lot of things, man. We can make a run, not only in La Liga, but the Champions League. So here's where I bring the temperature down a little bit, guys, and things get a little frosty, right? As good as we were, I'm not going to get comfortable, man. I'm not going to get comfortable because I need to see more of this, right? This was what happened Clasico in Valencia, and then we just fell off a cliff. I need to see this on a more consistent basis, right? We have Celta Vigo coming up, and then the Man City match. Now, this is not the best Man City that we've seen. This is probably one of the worst Man Cities that we've seen under Pep Guardiola in a long time now. They just scored 5 goals against Fulham, but their back line looks shaky because Fulham came back and dropped 4 on them. So we'll see. I'll do a match preview for that one as well. Maybe. I don't know. I still don't like doing match previews, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm trying to stay away from those, but this one was just too important. This Bilbao match was mission critical, guys. But, after scoring, man, and just in the second half, we slowed down. We got cute on the ball. We played, just unnecessary flicks and stuff like that. And we gave Athletic some half chances, man. And we can't do that against a good team. Now, were we getting bored or do we feel like the game was just in our pocket? Maybe, but there's no excuse for that. And that's been a common thing, throughout the whole season. Like first half, we come out with intensity, especially in the press. And then the second half, it's just like everything falls off. I need the players to just keep going. It can't just be individuals. Like Valverde was hustling. He was running his ass off in this match, man. Even in the 90th minute, like he was giving it all. But I need to see that from everybody. And that'll take time. That'll take time. But if we get complacent just because we're ahead or things are in our control against a good team, we will get punished. And I don't want to make that a bad habit. We got to kill that. We got to kill that. Also in the second half, man, injuries. It's just, we can't get away from this, man. The Trent thing, it looked like he was okay. But now, like I said, the reports came out and said he's going to be out for 2 months with a muscle injury. That is crazy. I haven't seen anything regarding Camavinga, but as of this recording, something might drop out of that. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy nothing like 2 months. We need Camavinga. I think he's showing his worth there. Like when he's out there, man, the energy is up. Defensively, he's great. He can crash the box. He makes things happen out there. I hope it's not a serious injury. But, as good as Vinny and Mbappé were, the concerning thing that I saw was those were the only two, really, running at defenders. We didn't have any other options there. Jude and Fetty just weren't joining the attack. And I know we're used to seeing Fetty get up there and taking more shots, especially Jude. But I really do think in this match, Xavi just told him to chill out. Be defensive-minded, especially Jude, but I don't think that's going to be a common thing. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then, I think the only thing other than just our midfield being great, I think our back line was okay in this one. Militao and Rudiger, I think, are our best pairing at center back. I don't know. I don't know. If we just got bored, again, like I said, but there were some half chances that got in there. But other than that, man, I got to keep it even, but I'm on cloud 9. Trent Alexander, man, I got to focus on this. I really feel bad, man. I really feel bad. He was just coming along. He was finally showing exactly why Xavi signed him. His long passing is just ridiculous. He was in complete rhythm, man. It was looking good. He was in complete rhythm. And this injury could kill, momentum and confidence for him. Even the manager, what do you do now? What do you do? How do you replicate that type of weapon at right back? We don't have anybody that can do that. And most teams don't have anybody that can do what Trent does. So he's a tactical weapon. His passing is a tactical weapon. And being without that weapon for 2 months is a huge loss. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is a huge loss, guys. Now, you guys could say, well, we might get better defensively, but now we got to sacrifice Valverde or put Raul Asensio over there. And this is not going to have the same impact and attack for us. So we'll see. Worst case scenario, man, we don't see him fully back in form until March. And that's just painful, to be honest. The Camavinga injury, man, look, his curse continues. He's a great player, but his injury thing is just a pattern, man. He just keeps falling. He's having terrible luck when it comes to injuries. I feel really bad for him because when he's healthy, he's he's shown that he can be one of the best. Injuries just in general is becoming a pattern, man. Like I said, our defenders, our midfielders, muscle injuries just keep stacking up. we need some answers. Like, is this training overload? Is the conditioning not right? Is this all catching up to us because of not having like a true preseason medical oversight? I don't know. It might just all be terrible luck, but something is going on. This has been a problem with this club and our players for a while. It seems like I really hope we get this addressed. This has cost us seasons, to be honest. And it could end up doing the same thing for La Liga and Champions League. So I don't know. I said in my match preview video, like, I think we need to get some defensive reinforcements in the winter window, but knowing this club, like, we'll wait till the summer. But as of right now, I think we need to do something in the winter window. I don't know who or what, but I would lean towards defensive reinforcements than anything else. I think we should go for it in the winter window. Bring in this one player. That'd be fine, just to shore things up. But, just if we're competing for trophies, man, these injuries just don't make it sustainable for us. So I don't know. All right, so let me do a player breakdown. Kylian Mbappé. I'm giving this man a 10 out of 10, buddy, because he could have had a hat trick. I know he got taken off, but like he was literally out there moving by himself. Like it was just like he was playing against children in this match, man. The 2 goals were ridiculous. He's in elite form. Like I said, 16 goals or whatever. Incredible form. And then right behind him is Thibaut Courtois, like I already said, 3 huge saves. He just changes the game by just existing. He's top 3 all time, guys. I don't care what anybody says. He's top 3. And when it's all said and done, he'll easily cement himself as number 1, and nobody will blink an eye. Like, yeah, Thibaut Courtois is the best goalkeeper to ever play the game. It's coming. It's coming. Trent, before the injury, I gave him an 8, man. He came out in a high-pressure game. He was hearing all the noise about, like, he's not living up to his signing or who he used to be. He put on a passing clinic. He was crucial to our structure, and now he's out for 2 months. So he was giving an 8 out of 10 performance for me. Camavinga, same thing, man. His intensity, his smart distribution, and a goal. The injury overshadows the performance, but he shows you guys, like, he can be that guy when he's healthy. Jude, like I said, man, he wasn't himself. And I think that was a tactical decision passed down by Xavi, man. He was more focused on being a defensive monster. He played like an 8 and dominated in the middle. Jude will get back to crashing and scoring goals. But it's good to see that we don't need to rely on that from him. But just knowing Jude, I know he's not going to want to be defensively minded in every match. He's going to want to get forward and get involved in attack. So keep your eye out on that. Fede Valverde, it wasn't flashy in this one. I'll give him like 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7, if you can convince me in the comments. But elite work rate. That's what we expect out of Fede Valverde. I'd still like to see him pop off more shots. I know he got off 1. I missed that right foot from Fede Valverde. Even, if it's on target and the keeper saves it, like a rebound or something like that, just because he puts so much venom on his shot, could create some chances for us. I'd like to see him get more confidence and shoot in front of goal again. Militao and Rudiger as a combination, like I said, I think that's our best center back pairing right now. Dean started off great, and even when he was healthy, he had a little bit of slide in a couple games. He was giving up the ball. He got exposed with his pace and everything like that. He's only 20, guys. So it's not me kicking him while he's down or anything like that. I just feel like Rudiger is an enforcer, and Militao complements him with his pace and decision-making. They're just both reliable. And it's crazy to say, but they're more controlled in the air when it comes to those aerial duels against crossing stuff. I feel like everybody knows Dean is like a monster. He's like a Wemby or something like that. But I don't know. I just keep going back to that Atleti game where they were just blasting in crosses and we couldn't do anything about it. And Dean was out there and he was getting beat on those. So Militao and Rudiger for me, for my money, best center back combination that we have. Let me know in the comments about that one. And then Vinicius. As good as the attack looked today, I talked about him and Mbappé playing naturally, not forcing stuff and switching and stuff like that, man. He had a great first half, but then he just fell off in the second. Like, he almost disappeared. He's still very dangerous, but his finishing, man, like, in pivotal games, man, he gotta you know, you got to convert those chances. You just had to. And I need him to finish. I need him to work on his finishing. So 6.5 out of 10 for me for Vinny. Sorry, I know it sounds like a hater, but I need him to be more consistent, and he should be scoring a lot more and getting more involved. So overall, guys, this was a beautiful display of this collective play. Everything was improving in that regard. The chemistry between Mbappé and Vinny is growing. I focused on that a lot leading up to this match. It's improving, guys. There's still room for growth there. Trent's role is huge for breaking presses, but now that's not even an option anymore for the next 2 months, right? We need to stop being complacent after scoring or getting ahead or just feeling comfortable. We need to stop that. We need to find that killer mentality and just keep our foot on the necks of our opponents when we have them down. The injury crisis is a worrying concern for me. The level of play, the importance of games are now going to start picking up as we approach the winter window in the second half of the season. Injuries are going to be a huge factor for a lot of teams, especially ours. So we need to find a solution to this. And then, like I said, tactically losing Trent and Camavinga, it's a blow. It is a blow, guys. I know next man up and all that stuff, but, there are certain qualities that this can't be replaced for Camavinga or Trent. But we'll keep playing like we did in this match. We'll solve the injury issue. Xavi will figure it out. I believe in it. And we'll just keep going, guys. So Celta Vigo coming up next, and then Man City. I don't know. I'm probably not going to do any match previews, but we'll talk about that either post game or anything like that. But those are coming up. So yeah, man. Let me know who your man of the match was. How worried are you about this Trent situation? Do you think it'll affect us at all? And do you think Mbappé can maintain this insane level that he's at right now? Because if he can, we're probably going to see one of the best performances in a very long time from an individual player. Drop your comments below, man. I will respond to as many as I can. Keep it up, man. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks to all the new subscribers, man. The road to 1,000 is still in effect. It's probably not going to happen at the end of the year. That was my goal, but we're at 663. 663, so we're very close. We're halfway there, a little over halfway there, so I appreciate it, guys. I'm going to try to be more consistent, like I said. Here I am with a back-to-back video. Look at me. I'm growing, guys. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Love you guys. Appreciate you. And as always, Hala Madrid. Peace.